Next lab is related to certificate enrollment for Cisco ISE. We're gonna repeat the same for both Cisco ISE node. I have ISE 1 and ISE 2, and this is our CA certificate authority. We already configure. You already know about this one. 192.168.100.230 is our CA certificate authority. The issue is if I try to this IP first time in any browser, so you will get error. This one, they say your connection is not private. Okay, normally what we do, we click on advanced and say continue to unsafe, but still there is an error, and the issue is related to certificate. If we go there, so this the certificate, the certificate they are using is not valid. They say the certificate for this site is not valid. That's the issue. We need to fix this issue. So if I try to log in, I'm already logged in here, and the certificate is invalid, it say. And if I click here, they say the CA root certificate is not trusted. Okay, and they say install this certificate and trusted root certification authority, and it's issued by ISE 2. So this is the issue. We need to install this certificate in our browser, then it will work. So we will not get this warning. Okay, the one which is here, your connection to this site is not secure, and when you try first time, so it will show you an error like this one. Your connection isn't private. By the way, we can use certificate for many purpose, but right now my target is just to show you that why I need a certificate for administration purpose. So when I try GUI, so I will not get this error. So what I can do, first we need a certificate authority. So we already have this one. So let me try this one. This is our certificate authority which we configure, and I need to go there and cert SRV. You need to type this one to enter. Okay, and let me try cert SRV. Yeah, is correct. So this is our certificate authority. I need to type this IP in my browser. Okay, and then I need to type cert SRV. It will ask me username and password. So we already know username and password for this server is administrator and abc@12345. So let's try again, and let's see, it's HTTP. Yeah, it's come up now. So it's come up. So our certificate authority is this one, test SRV CA. Okay, so what I need, first thing first, I need to download CA certificate. So I need to click here. Okay, and I need to choose base 64, and then I need to download CA certificate. Okay, and it's here. So it's download. I need to change the name. So it's better to change the name. So CA root, either root CA. So I change the name. This is the first step. Now I need to go back to my Cisco ISE and go to administration, and there is certificates. Click on this certificate. So what I need to do, first I need the trusted certificate. So I have now. So click trusted certificate under certificate management. So what you can do, click on import. Okay, choose the file which we just download. So let me go to download, and this is our CA root certificate, and give them any friendly name. So I would say test domain CA, whatever you like. And for which purpose you want to use, trust for authentication with ISE, and also I need for these two purposes as well. You can give them a description if you want, test domain CA, whatever you like, and click submit. Okay, so this is the first step to import the certificate to trusted certificate. So it should be here. So it's here now. This is our certificate test domain CA, this is the name which we give them. Okay, is enable and infrastructure endpoint admin authentication purpose, and this the test SRV CA issue 2. Okay, and this is issue by test SRV CA, and this is the detail valid from until 2026. Okay, so this the certificate which I import. This is the first step you need to do. Okay, so I show you the certificate error. Then what we go to our CA, root CA, we download the certificate, make them base 64 and download. Okay, then we import them to trusted certificates and Cisco ISE. Okay, and I select all these three options. So I mention here, you can go through them, what is these three options for. Okay, next thing I need to generate a signing request, and that can be generated from here, certificate signing request. So let me go back, and it's here, certificate signing request under trusted certificate. You need to click here. Okay, so certificate signing request, and here is generate certificate signing request. So it's requesting a certificate. Okay, so they say certificate can be used for many purpose, multi-use, like for admin, the one which I need now, for EAP portal, guest portal, and so many other things we can use the certificate. And they mention here for SAML use, for portal, for server authentication, for so many purpose you can use this certificate. So this is for multi-use. You can use this certificate for multiple purposes. Okay, so they mention all the detail, you can go through them. So they say which type of for which purpose you want to use this certificate. So when you click here, they say for admin. Right now I need to show you this admin one, but it can be used for many other purpose. So why not to choose multi-use? We can use this same certificate for multiple purposes and services. So I will choose multi-use. Okay, and if you want wildcard, so it can be used for any device. Okay, but right now I just want to use for this device. We already create host detail for this one. You can choose this one, ISE2. Okay, so let me use this certificate for ISE1 and test.local and comma ISE2 test.local. So these are the common name. Okay, and certificate, in certificate there are many things. When you click on any certificate, and if I go to detail, and let me show you some certificate detail, this is the common name, common name for this certificate, and there are many other things. So let me show you some other website certificate. So let's go to any website so that I can show you certificate detail. Suppose if I go to Udemy and click here and certificate, and let me go to detail, and this the serial number. Let's go, yeah. So this the common name, global sign, and organization is this one, and valid and all those detail. Yeah, this one is okay. So subject is they are using wildcard, they use star there, and so many other detail are there, you can see them. So that's why it's asking me the common name. Okay, so I put ISE1 and ISE2. Okay, because I will use this certificate for both devices. Organization, unit, suppose IT, and my organization is suppose SBM because I'm working here, and city is Riyadh, state is also Riyadh. Okay, and country is, it should be in 2 characters, so I choose SA, means Saudi Arab. So these are the certificate detail which I show you here. All these detail are here. If you go to details, and let me show you again this country detail, so you can see country is US, and this the state. Okay, and this the location, this the organization. So the same thing I done here. I put IT SBM organization, and location city, it was asking Riyadh, and then state and country is SA. Now these are the subject alternative name and it's compulsory you need to put. So you have many options. One is DNS, IP, and other things as well, but we will use this DNS. So I will say, so my DNS entry, you remember we put DNS entry. If you can't remember, let me show you again in our server, because this is our DNS server as well. So I put DNS entry for ISE1 and ISE2. So let me log in there to show you again. So you can use those DNS entries as well. Okay, so let me log in here, abc@12345. okay, and until it's login, I need to go back, and this should be ISE1 test.local. okay, and click on this plus button to add another one, and it should be DNS, and let me copy this one and paste for ISE2. okay, and also let me click this one and type IP address. So IP address is 192.168.100.210. this is our ISE1 IP, this one 210. okay, and but I have ISE2 as well, so I will choose IP address, and let me copy this one and just make them 220. The one right now I'm lagging 192.168.220. now let's go back to show you these DNS entry. So I'm logging to my DNS, and let's go to tool, and let's go to DNS. okay, and if you remember, we already create, so test.local. so this is ISE1 192.168.100.210, and this the, okay, it's better to show you from reverse lookup zone. Yeah, it should be here. Yeah, it's correct, this one. Yes. So this the ISE1 test.local fully qualified domain name, and also reverse entry is also there, IP addresses. so this the ISE1, you can see ISE1 test.local and ISE2 test.local. so we have these DNS entry already, we know. So I put those entry, and this the key type RSA, key length, and digest. so this should be SHA, and certificate policy if you want to put some policy or whatever. so this the way I choose multi-purpose. I will use this certificate for multi-purpose, and just click generate. so if there is no issue, they say certificate content bad common name and SAN value. okay, and they say that these names are not correct. so by the way, I can use these name as well, and let's see what is the error. Let me see, let me check my one, what I put. Yeah, I put the same thing, ISE1 and ISE2, so it's correct. Sometime it will give you an error. I can put common name as well, like our domain is test, so I can put test as well. Let's see if it is can work on that one. so the certificate bad common name, please confirm. They say okay. now they're asking that the SAN value is not okay. so SAN value, DNS name ISE1 test.local, and DNS name ISE2 test.local. for me is okay, but for some reason they are asking me that this is wrong. let me put DNS, and this should be also DNS. it's okay, and these are the IP addresses. okay, and let's generate again. okay, please confirm. still want to proceed. Let me proceed. By the way, it hasn't to give you an error. okay, here they say these names are wrong. By the way, it's correct. We have the DNS entry in such way, ISE1 test.local and ISE2 test.local. anyway, let me generate. it's not a big issue, and say click yes. okay, now there's certificate content non-desirable name, and they said test. okay, so let me fix this one as well. now they're asking about this one. so ISE1 test.local and ISE2 test.local, and let me regenerate this one this time, and I would say yes this time. Okay, so this time there is no issue and no error they give me, and it's successfully generated. I don't know, for some reason it was giving error. Okay, and we are using this for multi-purpose. Now you need to export this certificate. Click export. Okay, and this is the certificate which we export. So let me open this certificate in folder. Okay, so this is ISE certificate which we generate. So let me give them any name. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to go back to our certificate authority, this one. Let me go back to my home. Okay, and we need to do request a certificate this time, not this one. We already done this one. Click request a certificate and advanced certificate request. Click on advanced certificate request, and here certificate template should be web. There should be web server. Change this to web server, and now it's asking the certificate detail. Okay, so let me go back and open this certificate and notepad, either notepad plus plus. I'm using notepad plus plus. Okay, so let me open it, copy all these, control C, and come back here and paste, control V, and here is submit. So I change the certificate template to web server. I paste when I generate the ISE certificate here and submit. Okay, and now change to base 64 again and download the first one, download certificate. So now we have this certificate. Let me change the name again, show in folder. Okay, so ISE generate cert. So this one we generate for ISE. Now it's ready. So let me go back again to here. Okay, here is, let me go back to certificate signing request. Okay, and this the certificate which we generate, yeah, and export. Choose this one, and here is bind certificate, the one we just generate. We export them and then we import them to here, and then we integrate them here, and then we download. Okay, now we need to bind that download certificate. Click here, bind certificate, and choose the file. This time I need to ISE generate certificate, this one, the one which we just generated for this purpose. So click on this one, it will open, and now give them any friendly name. Okay, so whatever you like, give them a name, my test cert. Okay, and they're asking for which purpose you want to use. So definitely I want to use for admin. Click OK. For this purpose I will use for EAP authentication. Okay, for Radius authentication, for portal. So let me choose the portal. This is the default portal. So I will use for our bring your own device portal, for certificate provisioning portal, hotspot guest portal. All these portal are there. So I will use this certificate for multi-purpose. So I choose all. I believe, let me see if I choose all or some of them. So we generate certificate, and then we went to advanced, then we paste there. Okay, and then we download the certificate, and then we bind them. So after bind, yeah, I choose all of them beside the Radius TLS. If you don't want to use that one, you can uncheck and click submit. And they say that enable admin node certificate will cause application server restart. So they say I will restart the application server. Okay, and import. So we already done this part. They say import the trusted certificate. We done advanced, so click yes. Okay, so when you click yes, submit, so it show you this error. We say yes, then it will log off. So okay, yeah, they say the portal is already assigned to the following certificate. You proceed, it will remove the, yeah, it's okay. Maybe there is already, I can't remember, maybe I already done. So it give me that error. After that, it will show you that the system will now restart and it will be log out. Okay, so definitely For certificate, it will log out. You see it's log out automatically, and when it's log out, the only thing I can verify is show application status ISE. So when it's come back application server, the GUI, then I can log in, and then we will do rest of the thing. Okay, but until that time I need this certificate in my browser as well, because you know in every browser there is a certificates. So if you go to setting and if you type certificate, okay, so let me go to security and let's go to certificate. This is the manage certificate, and if I go to trusted root certificate, so whenever I open any website, so there is no error of certificate because I already have these trusted root certificate. You see it's here, that's why. So the same way I need the same certificate in my browser as well. So the simple way is to install this certificate in our browser as well. So what we can do, let's go back. This the certificate which we need to install. Okay, no, not this one. See a root certificate. Just click on this one and it's easy to install. Click open and install certificate. Current user or local machine, is better to install local machine, so for every user it will work. Click yes, and then where you want to install, so normally we install them to trusted root certificate authority. Choose that one and click next and finish. Okay, and now this certificate is in our browser automatically. So let me show you that this certificate is now here or not. So our certificate name is, I need to check what was the name. Okay, let me see. Also you can import from here. If you click on import, it's the same way, but it will come only to this browser. But if you install on machine, so it will work everywhere. Okay, so this is the certificate. So if I try next, trusted root certificate and finish. Okay, so it has to be here automatically. So I just need to CIS here, test, because test is our domain, and close. Okay, so let me show you. I click on open and then install certificate, local machine, then next, then choose the trusted root certificate authority. Okay, and then click finish. And now when I try to open this my ISE, so there will be no more error. Okay, so this is the last thing I need to verify, because right now still there is an error. You see, not secure. Okay, but because we just installed the certificate, so the system will reboot. Let's see the system is restarted or not. So secure CRT, and let me open, let me do SSH. So file quick connect, and this is our ISE IP 100.220 and username is admin, accept, and password is abc@12345. Okay, let's see now. I don't need this one, so let me close this window. And here is the last thing which we can verify, show application status ISE. After certificate, the system will reboot, so we need to check. The system will restart, by the way, the application server. So let's check out. It will take some time, and when it's available, then we can verify. So let me go back. Application server has to be running, then we can access. So show application status ISE, and let's see now. It will take maybe around 10 to 15 minutes. It's totally depend on your CPU and RAM and resources. If it is a physical server, then it will take less time as compared to our lab ISE. So let's see now. Even though I type the command, it's taking time. So let's see the application server is available or not. This is the last thing we need to check, and then we will verify. So you see it's initializing, so it will take around 5 to 10 minutes more. So let me pause the video. When it's available, then we will check. Okay, so application server is back now, it's running. Okay, before it was this one initializing, so now it's okay. I just checked, so it's okay. Now let's try again. Okay, so let me refresh this one. Okay, still this error. Yeah, so let me close this one and try again. 192.168.100.220, and this time you can see no more error. And if I click, certificate is valid now. And if I click, so this was issue. This, you remember the two detail which I put, ISE1 test.local and ISE2 test.local, and issue by test SRV CS. So this is our CS server. Okay, and this will tell this date. Okay, so now no more error. And if I go to detail and let me check this one, you remember we put this detail test local. Okay, now there is more detail as well. Let me go here. This is the detail which we put. So common name is ISE1 test.local, this one organization unit IT, and this the organization, and this the city, and this other detail, and this the country SA. You remember? So now it's showing me those detail, and there is no more error now. It say this certificate is valid. Okay, what else? Now you will thinking how it is valid by this browser, because we put the same certificate here as well. If you go to setting and I show you the certificate, that's why I show you that you need to install this certificate and this browser as well. Okay, so if I go to certificate, okay, and let's go to certificate and trusted root certificate. So our certificate should be here. It should work by name test or something, because there is, yeah, so it's here now. So you can see it. So that's why it's not giving any error, and I hope so it will not give error in any other browser as well, because we installed the certificate. Okay, in this browser it's showing error. For Mozilla we need to do the same thing. If you go to tool, setting, okay, and let me privacy and security, and where is the certificate? Let me search. Here is view certificate. I thought because I install in system, so but for some reason it's giving me error. Yeah, it's not here. So we can import them, import, and we can import the same certificate in this browser as well. So it was CA root certificate and trusted for only, not for email, we just need for the web server. So now let's see, test certificate is there now, and let's okay, and let's try again. This time it hasn't to, yeah, so no more error. You see now there is no error, and it's now not showing any certificate error this time. If I click, and connection is secure, and this certificate is test SRV, and if I click more information and view certificate, so you see Riyadh, Saudi Arab, SBM, and IT organization, and this is the detail. And let's check out the last browser. This one, I believe it import automatically to this browser as well, so there will be no issue. Yeah, so in this browser, Mozilla differently, you have to apply separately for Mozilla, but in these browser it's okay. Even if I try Internet Explorer, it has to work, I believe. So let me try the last browser here as well, and let me put this one. So yes, no issue. So in Mozilla, Google Chrome, and this one, there is no issue. They are using the same certificate because we already import here, so no error here as well. The only issue was in Mozilla. So now it's okay, and this was the way how we can generate certificate. So let me go back. Certificate enrollment we done, and we check all these things, and later on we will use the certificate for many other purposes as well. So let me go down. Yeah, it's done.